Okay, you know what I'm talking about. That bottle of pink stuff that's probably in your medicine cabinet right now. We've all used it for bug bites, poison ivy, you name it. But have you ever actually stopped and thought, what is this stuff? And how on earth does it work so well? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out.
Right on the bottle, it tells you what it does. It dries the oozing and weeping. Yeah, we get that part. But that's the what, not the how. How does this simple pink liquid actually make all that stop? That's the real question.
So to get to the bottom of it, we've got to look at what's inside. You know, the active ingredients. And you're probably going to be surprised when you find out that all of that soothing power, it really just comes down to two main things.
Yep, just two. That's it. For something that works so well, it's a really simple formula. So what are they? The two active ingredients are right there, calamine and zinc oxide. Now, you might think those are two totally separate things, but as you're about to see, they're a lot closer than you think.
Let's kick things off with zinc oxide. It's basically this fine, soft white powder. But the really important parts here are that it's insoluble in water, meaning it won't just dissolve away, and it's chemically inert. That means it doesn't really react with your skin, it just kind of sits there. Now, hang on to that thought because it's super important.
And here it is, the big reveal. What is calamine? It's not some crazy unique chemical. It's literally just zinc oxide with a tiny, tiny amount of ferric oxide mixed in. You know, iron oxide, rust, basically. And that's just there to give it that famous pink color. So the magic here really comes from one thing, zinc oxide.
Okay, so our star player is zinc oxide. Now, to really understand how it does its job, we need to zoom out a little and see where it fits in the big picture of medicine. And that brings us to this category of stuff called topical agents.
The name sounds fancy, but it's really simple. A topical agent is just anything you put on your skin to get an effect right in that one spot. It's designed to work right where you apply it, not go all through your body.
Now, within this world of topical agents, there are three main jobs they can do. And our hero, zinc oxide, is kind of an overachiever because it does two of them. But let's start with its first job, as a protective.
A protective is exactly what it sounds like. It puts a physical barrier on your skin. It protects you. Think of it like a tiny shield that keeps irritating stuff out so your skin can heal underneath without being bothered. So what makes a good protective? Well, the ideal ones are insoluble, inert, and come in a fine powder. Does that list ring a bell? It should. These are the exact same properties of zinc oxide we talked about just a minute ago. It's a perfect match.
But being a shield is only half the battle. The real secret weapon, the thing that actually dries the oozing and weeping, is zinc oxide's second job. It's also an astringent, and this is where things get really cool.
The word itself gives us a huge clue. It comes from the Latin phrase for to bind fast. So okay, what exactly is it binding? And what does that have to do with getting rid of an itchy, weeping rash?
All right, here's the key. An astringent actually causes the proteins on the very surface of your skin cells to kind of clump together, to coagulate. It's like it tells all the cells to link arms and pull tight. And that action, that binding fast, causes the tissue to literally shrink and tighten up.
This whole process has a bunch of awesome effects. It makes a little crust over the rash, which is what stops the oozing. It also makes the tiny blood vessels constrict and physically hardens the top layer of your skin. It's basically shouting at the irritated area to get it together, tighten up, and stop leaking.
So we've met the ingredients, we've gone through the science. Now let's put all the puzzle pieces together and see how Calamine Lotion pulls off its amazing two-part trick.
And this is really the main takeaway. The whole secret is that zinc oxide is a multitasker. It's wearing two hats at the exact same time. It's a protective and it's an astringent. So here's how that 1-2 punch works. First, as a protective, the little particles of zinc oxide lay down that physical shield over your skin. Simple enough. But at the exact same time, those same particles are working as an astringent, tightening up the tissue and stopping the ooze. It's both things happening at once that brings that sweet, sweet relief.
And just like that, we've come full circle. That promise on the label, to dry the oozing and weeping, it all comes down to this super elegant two-part attack. You get a barrier to shield the rash and the astringent action to dry it out. Simple, but wow, is it effective?
So there you have it, the science behind the pink stuff.
It kind of makes you look at that old bottle a little differently, doesn't it? And it makes you wonder what other everyday things are hiding some fascinating science. What medicine cabinet mysteries should we look into next time?